In section 3, I'm going to show you a classic rockabilly style rhythm. So here we go. So as you can hear, there's quite a bit going on here. So first of all, as I talk about at the beginning of each one of these sections, we'll talk about the sound. Okay, now listen as I play the deadened strings of my guitar. So I have that delay sound up again to be almost 100% of the original sound as volume-wise, and quite a lot of reverb. So now what's going to happen is this. I'm essentially playing two guitar parts at once. I'm playing the bass notes alternating with my pick, and I'm playing a simple syncopated melody on top with my fingers. So, in the style of Scotty Moore, Brian Setzer, any number of Carl Perkins, any number of rockabilly artists. And here's the way we're going to do this. We're going to start down here in a 12-bar blues in the key of E. And the first chord, of course, will be E, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to start by fretting E on the 4th string and G sharp on the 3rd string. Now, we're going to play quarter notes starting on string 6 and alternating to string 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Against that, I'm going to play 1. On beat 2, I'm going to play G sharp and B. So with my fingers. So check it out. I'm going to play the lone bass note and then play 3 strings, 4, 3, and 2 with my pick, middle, and ring fingers. Then I go back to the bass note again. And now while I'm doing that, I flatten my middle finger out and play A and C sharp with my fingers, and then come down and play my last bass note with a pick. So I get this sound. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to slow that down even further so you can really break it down and hear what's happening here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, I start playing my quarter notes first. And the slapback takes over. Now, I introduce my fingers. And I play that over all the E chords. It just makes me smile. Aha! Now I have a walk up. On the low E string, going to the 4 chord, I'm going to play low E, F sharp, G natural, and G sharp. And that leads me to the A chord, which I'm going to play also in the 2nd position by barring across strings 4, 3, and 2 at the 2nd fret and adding G with my 2nd finger at the 3rd fret. And my bass notes are going to alternate again but this time just 5, 4, 5, 4. Now my high notes are going to be the top 2 strings and it's rather syncopated, so what I'm going to do is play it for you a few times up the tempo and then play it really, really slowly so you can follow along. I think that'll be better than if I try to teach you that I play this on this beat and that beat. Just imitate me on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's take it down really slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. And then we go back to the E chord. Aha, another walk up to the 5 chord. Now for that one, I just played it wrong. I'll show you how to play it now. We're going to walk from G sharp on the 6th string to open A sharp with my 2nd finger, and then B with my 2nd finger. And that sets us up for a B 7th chord, and here's the fingering for that. B on the 5th string, D sharp, A, and then open B underneath, and then on your top string, F sharp. Now, this one's tricky because the bass notes alternate 5, 4, 6, 4. But we don't have any note fretted on the 6th string, so we have to move our 2nd finger over and alternate by playing B and F sharp with our 2nd finger. And the 4th string is always D sharp. Slow down a little bit. And the top strings, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's kind of tricky. Let's go even slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the top note is, of course, F sharp. The 2nd top note is B, open. Now, I'm going to play G on the high string, F sharp, open E, back to F sharp, and then we go back to E. And that's all played against this alternating bass note. So watch how tricky my left hand gets when I'm playing this. And I'll play it very, very slowly for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Again. And one more time. And then back to E. Let's do another chorus with a different set of chords. We're still in the key of E, of course, but now instead of the E down here, we're going to move up to an E9 chord at the 7th position. And for this one, we're going to play E on the 5th string, G sharp on the 4th string, and then with your 3rd finger, bar across the top 3 strings at the 7th fret. and it's an E9 chord. Now, the bass notes are going to alternate 5, 4, 6, 4. So once again, you're going to have to move your middle finger back and forth between the 5th string and the 6th string. And the top notes are just going to be B and F sharp. And let me put them together for you now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just the bass notes first. And we'll add the top notes. Now, one thing I don't want to forget to mention is that the high notes you can play with both your fingers, both your middle and ring fingers on your picking hand, but it's even easier if you just use your middle finger and just kind of go back and forth between the 1st and 2nd strings. It's a lot, it saves you a lot of time. You do that 4 times, of course, and now let's slow it way down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two more times. Then we go to the 4 chord. The 4 chord we're going to play in the 9th position, in A triad. C sharp on the 4th string, E on the 3rd, A on the 2nd, and then bar with your 1st finger, C sharp again on the 1st. And the bass notes are going to alternate 5, 4, 5, 4. And the 5th string is going to be an open A note. And we already have C sharp fretted on the 4th string, so the bass notes are going to sound like this. And the top notes so again, I don't want to forget to mention that all the top notes may be, and I suggest that you play them with only your middle finger. Now, here's what they are. You're going to play A with your middle finger, and then F sharp with your pinky, and then play back to A on the 2nd string, now down to C, E on the 3rd string, and then you're going to play E on the high string, and then C sharp on the high string. And the rhythm is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now let's go way slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we go back to E chord, which we've already learned. Back here in the 7th position, the same one we just played earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4. the B chord, and the B chord is going to be now, let's change it. Make a bar B chord at the 7th fret. Now lift your 3rd finger off and put it where your pinky was so your pinky's free. So we have the B on the 6th string and also the B on the 4th string. And you're going to alternate those 2 notes. And on the top string, you're going to play B and then G sharp and F sharp with your pinky. And it sounds like this. 2, 3, 4. Now let's go way slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you only play that once, then you move down 2 frets to A and play exactly the same thing, fretting an A chord and playing the bass notes 6, 4, 6, 4, and the same top notes. Now, of course, that was all for practice because you, in reality, only play it one time. So you play the B note once, the B chord once, the A, then we go back to our original E. And lastly, to get back to the first E, I walk down. And I play the B twice, the A twice, the G sharp twice, the F sharp twice, and I'm back to E. Okay, we're going to do it one last time, the entire piece at a significantly reduced tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget to alternate the bass, muting with your right hand. Walk up. Back to E. Walk up. Second chorus. back to E. And there you have it.